Good afternoon, all. I did post a video 2 or 3 days ago, the first for a long time, for various reasons. Anyway, as I said, I'm back and actually putting up lots of videos because I'm getting a lot of interest. And thank you to all those that have subscribed to my channel, greatly appreciated. I should be starting from the basics and preparation, tools, types of rollers, brush, everything that I've used, I suppose, over the last more than 30 years. So needless to say, I'm getting the hang of it. Some of the old brushes I've got actually were my grandfather's, because he was a painter, so was my father. And I learned a hell of a lot from both of them. And sometimes you can do apprenticeships, go to college, do this, do that, but at the end of the day, quite often it comes down to the experience that you learn as you go along in the trade. And the important thing is that you actually enjoy what you're doing. I've got 5 sons, and I say to all of them, if you're happy in your profession, you're halfway there in life, and I stick by that. It's true. I look forward to every kitchen I paint or piece of furniture. Although years ago I've worked on National Trust properties, I had a 3.5 ton van that was loaded with everything I needed, and I could be sent to paint anything, and I could. But a few years ago, I decided to hone it down to just kitchens and furniture, sort of specialise in that type of market. It was a gamble at the time. I thought, crike, bloody hell. Giving up all other normal decorating, purely going down a specific route of kitchens and furniture. And luckily, it's worked incredibly well. It really has. I was a member of Traditional Painter UK, which was started by a tremendous chap called Andy Crichton. I believe he's sort of retired now. He's gone to Spain. He was a good man, knew everything about painting and decorating, and I think it's been handed over into the good hands of somebody else now. Hopefully they're running well. I was with Traditional Painter for 11 years, worked in London for 20 years or so, and decided to give that up after all that time. And also I gave my position in Traditional Painter. I stepped away and gave it to somebody else to do as well as I did from being a member of Traditional Painter, which is a fantastic group of painters in the UK. Anyway, back to me. So yes, I'm back. I will be doing courses. There was a saying my grandfather, I never forgot, who said, if you can see it, you can paint it. And last week I was on a job painting a lovely small bone kitchen. And the decorator there, nice chap, was rollering all the walls, painting all these walls in a room, a dining room. And there was a big old Victorian radiator very close to the wall. And he said to me, have you got a very thin roller? And the gap was that small. No. But you could see through between all the bars of the radiator. And with a long-handled Fitch brush, it would have been quite easily, it could have been possible. Maybe taken a little while, but it was certainly possible. And my grandfather's saying of, if you can see it, you can paint it, is very true. And I will show you, if I go to my workshop tomorrow, get all my brushes out, you'd be surprised at the amount of differing brushes I've got. Shapes, sizes, artificial filaments, natural. I've got a lot of brushes, and if you go to any job, no matter how intricate or whatever, if you've got the right brushes, you can paint it. So anyway, that's an idea. Or if any of you have got any questions you'd like to ask me directly, you can message me through my YouTube channel, obviously, and I'll go through them and I will answer all of them, but because I'm quite busy obviously working as well, I'll try to get through and answer as many as I can with the knowledge that I've got. And another disappointing thing I think in the UK is there is going to be a massive skill shortage, without a doubt. We can already see it in some professions and whatever. It's already appearing. Some of the broken colour work courses I did at college are no longer run at all. So it's down to the old boys like me, really, to pass it on to the younger generation as best we can. Or only if you're the younger generation, if they are interested in that particular trade, furniture and kitchen painting and whatever, then they can learn a lot and you can make a very good living from it as well. Because as the number of skilled painters becomes less, obviously you can quote for jobs and the price is going up, which it is. And I was even contacted by a company of architects in Germany. I think it was Franz Neymeyer. It was something like that, asking if I'd be interested in doing projects in Germany and France. It sounds fantastic. But 63 in May, and they said they'd fly me out on, I think it was Sunday evenings, and fly me back Thursday evenings. Sounds all grand and fantastic, but to be honest, I wasn't too sort of bothered, really. Maybe if I was in my 20s and whatever, yeah, let's get over there and crack on. But they openly admitted they're finding it very difficult to find good hand painters. So something for me to think about and whatever, but I quite like pottering around locally now. As I say, I've given up London too after 20 years. Don't even set my alarm clock anymore in the mornings, and it's good. I'm enjoying it. But there is, as I said on my last video, and lots of people asking me, will you do tuition? And I was thinking about doing courses for my workshop, but no, I don't think that's going to be the best way. So I'm seriously considering doing, a course on preparation and priming, top coats, lacquers, tools, obviously rollers, brushes. I shall get it all carefully worked out. And if anybody's interested, I would do these courses through YouTube. And I would think they could do fairly well, because I'm fairly highly respected for the work I do. I've won awards, obviously fully qualified. So anyway, that's it for now. But just to let my subscribers know, I am back. I'm very, very keen. I want to pass my knowledge on to you. I really do. Otherwise, in time, it's going to fall over, which is looks like the UK might fall over now at the moment anyway, for various reasons. But anyway, apart from that, we like a challenge. So that's it for now. I will be back. I think the first thing in my next video will be showing you the rollers I use, the brushes I use, and you don't need to spend a hell of a lot of money. Worcester, Purdy, always bought those. Still obviously tremendous brushes, but a lot of the brushes I now buy are incredibly cheap, and they're very, very good for the work I do. And if they weren't, I wouldn't be able to use them, obviously. So anyway, that's it for now. And I look forward to any questions you've got, or any hints and tips that you're looking for. So I've been a painter and decorator for over 30 years. Before that, when I left school, I was an old traditional bookbinder. I did a 5-year apprenticeship in London at what was then the London College of Printing. So again, using my hands and gilding, and it was an interesting trade. It was brilliant, and did some interesting jobs. And one job I did was the original Flower Fairies book. It was bought by a book publisher many years ago. I think he paid £25,000 for the book, and it was taken apart by the Bath Press and whatever. My job was to put it back together so no one ever knew it was taken apart. And it did spend a short time in the Victoria and Albert Museum. So that was interesting work, but I got bored sitting in a room, sewing and whatever, or being in one place. What I like with the job I've got now, apart from travelling around the UK, which I have, London, Cornwall, Devon, I've also been to Spain, France, a few kitchens in France over the years. All good fun, just painting kitchens. So anyway, that's it for now. I will be back with some very informative videos with the brushes, tools you need, paints and whatever. And thank you for subscribing. And if anyone else wants to add to my list, then I'll be very appreciative. Thank you very much.